one of the things with this is we're not sure how the audition process works. So could you talk a bit about how you came to find these two lovely ladies and why you chose them?
I'll let them speak. Alexis, you want to start?
I just sent in a YouTube video. One of my friends recommended that I try to just audition for a TV show. So I was like, oh, it's Robin Thicke, like him. So I just sent in a video. That's exactly how it happened. It was that random.
Same with me. A YouTube video. And just describing yourself and singing a song, and it's up to him to decide what he wants.
Why did you pick them?
Well, when I saw their tapes, I saw these beautiful spirits, and I saw this great talent in both of them. But then we flew them to LA with about 8 other contestants, and then when I got to sing with them in person, I really felt like there was a connection, and that because this show, it isn't just about them on their own. It's how do we blend together. So once I realized that we could look in each other's eyes and create a spark on stage, that was what made my decision.
And I mean, obviously your music career is at the top of its game, so what was the decision to do the show? It's not like you need,
No, actually,
comeback.
I kind of do. I do need, I've really only had one song that ever played on the pop charts. I mean, all my music lives on black radio, and so, TV is a huge opportunity to be seen by everyone in Middle America or all these other places where I don't really tour. And so when they told me that I would be singing, I didn't even know there was any judging involved. The first pitch they gave me was, oh no, you're going to sing on every episode in front of millions of people. And I was like, hey, I love to sing, I love to make music, so it seemed an easy decision to make. Then, after I'd already signed on, they're like, oh yeah, by the way, you're going to be judging other people. I was like, wait, I thought I was just performing. I don't want to judge anybody. But, once you realize that it's not about judging, it's about inspiring or trying to give anything that I've learned in my career back to these young contestants to help them with their future.
Well, you are used to having a solo career, so what has been the adaptations of just trying to work with a duet partner, and for you ladies as well?
It's actually very, very different. I mean, I've recorded a handful of duets, but I haven't performed many on stage before. So, not just nailing the duet isn't the only thing that's important. It's actually picking the right song, because you're competing against these other people, and they might be picking a heartfelt song, or I'm picking a party song, and everything. Art always has a different feeling that it gives off and a reaction from the audience. So for me, it's been a lot of pressure just to give them their best shot, and I hope I am. But the same thing I try to tell them, no matter what happens, don't blame it on anybody, don't blame it on me. Just give everything you got and keep giving it and never give up, and then hopefully their dreams will come true. I believe they will.
Well, we see a lot of bantering between the different superstars, because we're hearing, he said that basically there's some smack talk. And
oh yeah, I mean, but that's just natural fun. I mean, I don't think any of us are taking it too personally, because we all actually truly respect each other. I mean, Jennifer Nettles and Kelly and John. I mean, these are great singers. So for me, I'm the underdog of the group. So I'm just happy to be a part of it and trying to give my best I can each week.
You appeared this season on The Voice.
Yes.
So what did you take away from that experience?
Well, I never watched it, I don't like watching myself back on TV, but I didn't really take much from it except just being comfortable in front of a camera, giving any advice, because I've never really mentored on camera before. So I just tried to be helpful in any way I can. And for me, these shows, there could only be one winner, but, Jennifer Hudson came in 7th. And she didn't win American Idol, but she won an Oscar, so, and she won Best Album at the Grammys. So I try to just remind them that it doesn't matter what place you come in, just make sure that this is the beginning of your career and not, not the biggest moment. This should just be the stepping stone,
Do you think Kelly's a little more competitive because she's been through this process already? We just heard that if she doesn't win, people are not going to know what she's going to do.
Yeah, no, she was pretty upset at one, the nights when she doesn't like her scores. She gets a little upset, but I think that's what's healthy. That's why she is Kelly Clarkson, because she continues to fight to make great music and to have her voice heard, and people like that, they make it in this world.
What kind of judging are you getting from this? I mean, it sounds like you've got a bit in this as well, as far as your own performance.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it's our, we're seasoned performers, but when you shake it up a little bit and have us do a song we've never done and only give us 2 hours to prepare it, you know, when we're used to writing our own songs, performing them in rehearsals, and then going out on tour, and then perfecting it on tour, this is a real crash course. You know, you pretty much get a couple hours to be at your best. So for me, it's been a fun challenge, and I feel like hopefully I'll be a better performer by the end of the show too.
Wait, you don't get to choose the songs for your partners?
We do,
Oh, you
yes.
do.
But I think I just meant that, you know, the amount of time that you get to rehearse it or prepare it. Normally,
right,
if you were performing on the Grammys, you know, you go in for a week and practice and make sure you were prepared. Where for us, we really get a couple hours, and then they throw us on stage and say, "Go be great." And so it's been a challenge for us, but as I think you can see by their faces, you know, their lives are changing right now, and so is mine. You know, this is very exciting for me.
Ladies, what would you say would be the biggest thing you've learned so far in the process?
I've learned to become more confident on stage and just to have fun.
I've learned to just already think that you've won, even when you haven't, and just like that you're gonna be at the top of the charts at the end of the week, and after you sing, like they're all gonna love it. Because if you don't already believe in yourself, then you don't even need to be on stage to begin with.
Yeah, even if it's fake belief, you really
right.
Even if it's false confidence, you know, you just gotta fake it. Yeah, the show must go on.
Right.
Robin, what have you learned from the women?
Oh, just, you know, it's great just to remind myself of what it was like when I first got started, and the fear that you have of failure. You know, when you walk out on that stage, and what if I slip? What if my heel breaks? I mean, not really the heel, but what if I hit the wrong note or hit a bad note? For me, and I tell them this all the time, listen, I've made every mistake on stage. I've forgotten the lyrics, I've fallen off stages, I've slipped on my butt. You know, I've hit the bad note. After you do all of that, then the fear kind of starts to go away, and all you worry about is how much can I give instead of how much do I need to receive from the audience. And once I started to become a performer who just tries to give all the time, I became a better performer. So I just remind them, just give everything you got and don't worry about the results, and that'll turn your life into something great.
Do you guys have a favorite performance you can tease for viewers?
Performance, you know, I really enjoyed the first show a lot because we sang 2 of my songs, and what was nice is that I've never performed. Oh no, I did perform one of them with Mary J. live once. That's right. But so for me, but I perform these 2 songs every night, every show I do. So to get up on stage and sing them with these lovely ladies, it was a great experience, and it was fun. And it was the first episode, so there were all this, you know, this juice flowing, and I really had a great time with that.
Can you talk about just performing with each other, like with the other superstars?
Yeah.
Are you competitive when you're duetting, say, with Kelly?
Oh, no. I mean, when you're performing with a great singer like Kelly or Jennifer or John, it's this magical bounce, this you know, this mirror where you're looking at them and they're giving it everything they got, and then you got to give everything you got. So instead of competition, I feel like it's more like you know, some out-of-body experience that just like when you're on these awards shows, it's the excitement takes over. You don't really worry about who's one-upping each other, because you know also from the experience that we all have. I mean, John and I, and you know, we write and produce most of our own music, so you have to know what makes a record sound great, and you just, you know, singing the whole time or trying to overtake your duet partner, that doesn't make for a great record. There has to be a balance, just like in any marriage.